HorrorDeconstruction.
Hey everybody, how you doing? What's up? It's the HorrorDeconstruction. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, but most likely on YouTube. Give us a like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Hit that thumbs up with your host, Komp, and
Charlie.
as well as
THEA.
And today the series we are discussing is
Chucky, the TV show, I guess. Is it just called Chucky? Chucky.
Yeah.
Yes.
2021.
Chucky
Right?
2021.
I'm not sure.
Oh boy. Chucky 2020. What year are we in? It's 2021. It came out 2021. Chucky
Yeah.
2020
That's the year
21.
we're in.
Good lord. After a
Lorsh.
vintage Chucky doll turns up at a suburban yard sale, an idyllic American town is thrown into New Jersey. Is thrown into chaos as a series of horrifying. No offense to New Jersey.
Kid of a
I mean, some offense.
horrifying. I love the Toxic Avenger. Of horrifying murders begin to expose the town's hypocrisies and secrets. Created by Don Mancini. Obviously, various directors, starring Zachary Arthur, Björgvin Arneson. I think that's the young boy that the main character likes, and
Jake?
Alvia Allen Lynn. So, Danny, why did I pick Chucky on USA
Because-
/Sci-Fi?
We all like Child's Play here.
Wait, be very specific. We like Child's Play 1 and 2. You like 3 also, right?
I like 3, and you know what? The next 2 are okay. The ones after that are atrocious.
Right.
Yes, the fantastic line from Child's Play 3 when Chucky was going to take over a young African-American boy. And they used the all too considerate phrase, "I'm going to be a bro." And I was like, ooh, boy.
Okay.
Did he say that? I haven't
Oh,
seen it in years.
yikers.
Oh, yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, but you know what? I love the scene when he kills the barber, and there's good stuff in there.
There's some good stuff in there. I'll tell you this. I'm sure I was too old to be scared, but at the beginning opening, I actually got scared of watching the movie. I was such a pussy. So, this movie is, this series obviously is the reboot. Not reboot. It's
It kind of pulls it all together.
It's like a
right?
continuation, I guess.
It's a continuation, correct. It's a
Yeah, it's
continuation
a
of
sequel
the...
of all of them. I mean, it even mentions Glenda a couple times.
Yeah.
It's a continuation of, although there might be a fuck up continuity-wise with that. This is
I'm
a
sure there
continuation
is.
of
Hard not
Child's
to.
Play 2 and 3, I believe Seed of Chucky, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky,
Cult.
and then Cult of Chucky. THEA, did you watch Curse and Cult?
I did not. So
Good
there were
for
some
you.
holes to fill in, but I did read
consider
about them
I consider Cult to be one of the worst movies
ever made.
ever. Not even just of the series.
I read about
Remember
them
how-
just so that I would know, I would have some context for anything.
Yeah, because if you
The main thing
watch
you need
this,
to know is the daughter, which is actually Brad Dourif's daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
if you watch this show without watching those 2 movies, you're shit out of luck on knowing what the fuck's happening. Because you're like, why is there like hundreds of Chuckies? Who's this girl who can't walk and walk sometimes? Like,
You would
what-
be
why
good
is
for the first half of the season, and
why?
then
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's
after
a
that,
little
not.
gibberishy. I mean,
Why
writing
is
all
Jennifer
over the place.
Tilly / Tiffany here, but Tiffany took over the body of Jennifer Tilly?
Which is
Like,
so
why is
funny.
Jennifer Tilly all of a sudden? So it's all this, and apparently I didn't know that Jennifer Tilly is a gigantic gay icon.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to an interview with her and I think Eli Roth's podcast, and she's really entertaining to listen to her. But anyway, let's get back to
She
the series.
seems so cool in real life.
I love
No,
her.
she seems like a total bro in the good way, not the racist way that Chucky said it. So Thea, give us a little rundown of what this series is about.
So this series is about primarily a young boy named Jake who he has an abusive father, and off the top of the series, he gets control of Chucky.
He lost his mother in a car accident.
He
right?
lost his mother, so he's like sort of alone with his one abusive parent, and Chucky basically kills him for him in some way.
Good going.
Good going. So he goes to live with his
rooting
cousin.
For that. I like the way he kills him too. It's pretty good.
Yeah, there are some good
He's,
kills
like,
in this series in
puking
general.
on his feet or something while he's touching electric. Would that work? If you got water on your feet,
was
while
like-
you were touching
I don't really know.
If it's an open, because there was a cable on the floor, that's why. So
Right.
it was an open feed of electricity going through it.
So
that seems very unsafe. And
I mean,
he
definitely.
showed us. This was teaching us electrical safety.
that's
It's-
all this show is. It's just teaching us about safety and how to,
It's
railings and stairs. Be careful.
Yeah,
around,
absolutely.
It's only
windows.
8 episodes. It's only 8 episodes long, and it's.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the fact that these series, because like you don't know what the fuck, I don't know what the fucking what a Chucky series would have been like. How do you stretch this out into 8 episodes? And I think they did it pretty good. It's sort of like I was surprised at how well Evil Dead handled as a series, but then I'm realizing like Evil Dead is like that's made by the guys who did Xena, Warrior Princess, and they had 7 or 8 years
they
of that
know what
show.
they're doing.
So they know what they're doing.
And like 20 episodes per season, like crazy.
Although Evil Dead was very hit or miss, but the ones that were good were
the second
so
season
very
for sure
good.
was miss. The first and third season are fucking top notch.
Yeah, third season is solid, man. I love it.
They fixed every problem with that second season. But with this, so we have a main character, and of course people are complaining online about. Honestly, it doesn't matter what people complain about online because they're like, oh, no, it's a queer.
about everything online.
Yeah.
They're like, now it's a queer show because the main character is queer, and I'm like, did they not see like
not the
Seed
owner,
of Chucky?
The director's gay, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he feels like making it gay. Who cares?
And that's the
And it was
thing.
great.
Well, yeah,
it was very sweet and like fun.
that was all introduced already with fucking Glenn. Or
exactly.
Glenda, whatever his character.
Glenn.
And that's one of the fuck ups that I think they
John
did.
Waters directed one of the movies. Like, you know,
what planet are you on? He was. John Waters is in the movie. He didn't direct any of the movies. Don Mancini
Did he not direct it?
Oh, Don Mancini directed every movie after the
I'm
third
stupid.
film.
I take it all back. I take everything back. Leave me alone.
Believe me, if John Waters directed the movie, it would be a completely different movie. It would be like
That would be very
John
different.
Waters directed
Scatology
Serial
or
Mom, and that's
something.
one of my favorites. So leave
I
me
mean,
alone.
he's very camp, and this show and those movies are very camp. So it's not.
Yeah, that's why I thought that he had, because that one movie, the Glenda one, is so silly that I thought, oh, maybe he did that.
So a weird thing I think in Seed of Chucky. Did you see Seed of Chucky? You saw everything before the last two, right?
I saw all of them.
Okay, so I think at the end, Tiffany has taken over the actress's body, right? Jennifer Tilly or something.
Yeah.
And then she actually has well, I guess kind of defeats the purpose of having a non-binary. Can you explain to me what binary, non-binary is, Thea?
Child?
So if I get this right.
Yeah, well,
Doll.
I mean, it's very muddy in those movies. I wouldn't use them as an example.
Okay.
But
did I
at some
fuck
point,
up?
they try and it's like they change the gender of Glenn to Glenda and then back again, I think.
So yeah, because what I meant is that at the end they actually turn Glenda into two an actual boy and an actual girl.
Right.
So that's what I meant. Like there was
I don't
no.
remember that. Oh my god.
Yeah, at the end of
there's
that
some weird
Seed of
stuff.
Chucky, it was actual two physical human children at the end, which was I don't know what.
So
the
they
fuck
make
that was
like
about.
two binary children out of a non-binary.
That's what that's what I meant
That's
to
like
say.
the
It's very confusing. Not the best
So,
example of.
Everything about these movies is confusing. Then at the end of the series, all of a sudden she's a fucking doll somehow too. It's so, and they don't explain it at all.
Well, I mean, they
'Cause-
kind of explained it because Chucky is a doll and a person and multiple dolls. And
'Cause
that's
at the
Yeah,
end
but
of
he
the-
does a very specific thing, so I guess she does
so.
that too.
I guess she can do
So
that.
the inaccuracy in this also is like when Jake is talking to Chucky and like he's talking about how his kid is how did he explain his kid was
I
Gender
feel
fluid.
I think
Gender
it's
fluid.
gender
Funny
fluid,
too.
yeah. Which is,
and
I mean,
Chucky
not
talked
not
about
inaccurate.
his child.
It's so funny to see Chucky going gender fluid.
I actually loved it. Again, it just feels very camp to be like having like a serious conversation.
I
Also,
liked
the
it,
whole
but it was like
cancer
a.
subplot in the middle of a show about killer dolls.
I liked
so
it, but it
funny.
was a gigantic like sledgehammer over the head. He goes, "I'm not a monster," and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I get it." It's like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
I get it. You're a
I
killer.
thought it was pretty funny.
It was pretty
though.
fun.
I thought it was funny, but I was just like, come on. So Jake Wheeler is played by Zachary Arthur. He is this young kid who obviously, like you said, has a problem with his dad not being happy with him being an artistic type and having flights of fancy with his art and stuff like that. They have a.
God, his dolls were fucking cool.
They-
I
Very
thought they were
cool.
great. And here's the
I was
thing.
actually mad when he broke his enormous.
I was
art
too.
piece.
I can't make art that good.
Well, I think what was the name of Nick Antosca, who did Channel
Channel Zero.
Zero? I think he really like steered the ship on this because after seeing Cult and
Oh, those were so bad. There are
Harem
some
of
serious
Chucky.
writing holes in this, but overall, I'd say it was pretty fun.
yeah, I think what
Considering
it feels.
how many like threads they've made in all those batshit sequels, and they they didn't shy away from including almost everything in some way.
Yeah.
It was pretty impressive.
They really did do as pretty accurate of a job as you could do with the mess they were handling. I just looked it up. The girl is fucking 14.
They're all like 14, 15, 16. So they are actually playing their ages, kind of.
Like, I would think the girl is probably like 16 or 17 because she looks like an adult, but the other kids, like Zachary looks a little bit like a kid, and Bjorgen for sure.
I think girls tend to look older than they are at that
sooner
age.
than boys, yeah.
Like usually. Devin for sure looks like a fucking like a child.
He looks like the youngest.
Devin's actually the oldest of the bunch.
Is he?
Really?
But he's got those,
by a year.
Sounds to me like he's got those Swedish genes, so he's probably going to be young forever.
Is he Swedish? Because his name is Bjorgvin.
I mean, I assume.
And THEA, you can tell.
I'm sorry.
You can automatically see the kid who's playing Jake Wheeler's cousins, Junior. Like, he's going to have, like, cheekbones and look like a fucking model. When he's 18, he's just going to, like... He's going to look like super handsome, man. But they're also in the cast is obviously...
Little asshole.
Brad Dourif is in the... I sort of felt bad for him a little bit. He was a bit of a prick in the beginning, but I didn't believe his jump at the end. Like, it made no fucking sense, his jump, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, it was very fast, I would say.
You feel bad for Brad Dourif?
No, Junior.
No, for the kid. Junior.
Oh.
But anyway, Chucky...
Feel
Chucky,
bad for Brad Dourif, you know?
Chucky, well, I do feel bad for Brad Dourif because I feel like he'd want to have a bigger career than this.
I don't necessarily believe Lexi's character could go from, like, the most evil person in the world to that nice.
I mean,
I sort of
near-death
understood
experience
it.
will do a lot.
With Lexi, I sort of but trust me, the first the whole show, I was still waiting for this fucking woman to get killed.
I was waiting for her to die.
I was like, please kill her. But then I was like, no, they're not gonna kill her. I was like, I know they're not gonna kill her because they're gonna make her a redemptive character. I knew that that's what they're gonna do.
But she's
I hated
so
her
redemptive.
She is. I know. She's so fucking annoying because her parents don't, love her as much as they love her as her fucking annoying sister, played by her real little sister and her real mother. Yeah, that's her real mother and her real little sister.
Really?
That's her real mother?
Yeah, they've been in a lot of projects together, a lot of them.
Her real mother is really good at playing a complete asshole. Wow.
She's good at playing an asshole too. So I knew by the end she was gonna survive. I was like, this fucking motherfucking character. But
that's pretty cool. The whole family's acting together.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then anyway, so we got Brad Dourif as Chucky. You can hear Brad Dourif's age in his voice. You can hear it. Like he's old. And but he's still good. He's still got it. Still entertaining. There's no other.
Brad Dourif is like a fucking icon. I love him.
He's incredible.
He's great in this. Also, we got Jennifer Tilly, who's great. She's fantastic in the series as well. So I mean,
she's
all
bananas,
around,
and I love it.
all around, I think everybody does a great role. The little sister Caroline goes, "I want Chucky." Is like, if she wanted to play the most annoying fucking character on television, then she's done it because god damn. Devin Sawa, dual roles. He's playing the asshole brother at the beginning. He sort of plays a different version
They're kind of both
of the brother.
Assholes.
Yeah.
They sort of seem like the same character, honestly. But I do like Devin Sawa a lot. He's a very good actor, and I think he should be in a lot more things, which I'm glad he is. He's sort of coming into his own thing. Lexa Doig, I was like, where do I know this woman from? Because she's just gorgeous. Doig, she was the wife.
That's the girl from the second one, right?
No, the wife that was in the show, the one who had cancer and got thrown out the window.
I thought I'm sorry. You were talking about the.
What do you know her from?
She was in Jason X. She was the main girl of Jason X. Nobody else would know that, I guess, unless you're a Jason. Like,
that's a terrible movie.
Pretty
with
random.
Danny, the greatest Jason actor of all time, Kane Hodder, right? What is he good at?
I do like the heart eating.
Good at walking around. That's Jason. No, that's Jason.
Like the heart eating scene.
Danny, that's Jason 8. Jason 9.
Jason in space. Jason.
No.
Eats the heart.
No, he eats the heart in part 9, and it's not even Jason. Get out of here. Anyway.
No. That dude eats the fucking heart in the space one. I'm positive.
No, it's 9.
Bananas.
It's a guy who finds Jason's heart and he eats it, and he's possessed by Jason. That's Jason goes.
Fucking look this up.
That's Jason goes to hell.
Heart eating. You're right. I'm sorry.
Jeez Louise. So anyway, trust me, I know my shitty Jason movies. So rounding out the cast is obviously Rachel Casillas as the kids, one of the kids' moms. She's a detective. She's sort of not doing her job because everybody's getting killed. There's also
I was glad when she died. She was annoying.
Miss Fairchild. These kids are pretty good at getting over their parents getting dead. The only one that is
so many dead parents.
Like legitimately fucked up is Junior. Everybody else is fine with their parents getting killed left and right, but Junior's the only one who actually has
like
like
the
grief.
death though. I like that her face went through the windshield.
Yeah, that was cool. It was totally bogus. But
I mean, my favorite kill I think was probably when Heads Will Roll started playing.
Yeah.
Before. Oh, is that when the curtains opened up or whatever? Yeah, that was nice.
And they had a clearly plastic head with digital eyes blinking. And there's Annie Briggs as Miss Fairchild, who's the teacher. Where they show her a lot in the show, and a lot of people were saying that that might be Glenda, grown up secretly or something like that.
Right.
She seems like a nice character. I don't know.
Because she had red hair, and they were like, oh, Chucky.
And also in a lot in the show is Fiona Dourif, who's obviously Brad Dourif's daughter, playing Nika Pierce.
And, she also plays young.
I know, yeah. Once I read that, I was like, oh, she was playing the young whatever his face is.
And it's like freaky. She looks very much like him.
Yeah, they put a little bit of prosthetics on her face, but it's got to be the worst dubbing I've ever seen.
The dubbing is not
some
great.
of the dubbing's
it's Netflix level dubbing of bad dubbing. Like I tried to see just for a joke like Squid Game dubbed, and this is worse than that dubbing.
Oh God.
It's just, hey, so how's it going? It's like a karate movie, right?
Yeah, they would get it like synced up in moments, and then it was just like, oh, it's just lip flap. Like it's just you can't. It's not even close.
It sounded like the voice was coming from behind the cameraman. That's how fucking loud it was. But so she's playing Nika, and she comes in and out, and so people who have not seen those last two, Cult and Curse of Chucky, they go, who the fuck is this character? Because she just sort of shows up. I think they briefly explained it in the series. I'm not too sure.
They do. Oh, they do. They shoehorn some exposition in there as she's like on the ground.
Apparently, being paralyzed only is a mental thing. So
insane. That is one of the most insane choices that I've ever seen.
That was a pretty good writing right there.
It's the most absurd fucking thing in the world. If you got a thing loose in your brain, you're not gonna just be able to walk around.
I was like, look, I'll go with you on dolls being possessed and there being an army of dolls,
that's more believable.
But that's a step too far.
Scientists should study her because obviously they've made the connection that your brain has the power to heal paralysis.
Yeah.
And they should try to investigate that.
Well, it's too late to study now because now she doesn't have legs, but sure.
That I think
she could still move her thighs though, and that's really all that matters.
So Nika Pierce is able to jump back and forth. She is not. Chucky pops in and out of her body, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Whenever she gets a head bludgeoning or
like
something
unconscious
like that.
or whatever.
I believe that they really I honestly think they fucked up by cutting her arms and legs off because I don't know where they're going to take that character from there.
You can just give her prosthetics.
Are they taking it anywhere? Is there a sequel coming?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a second season coming. They greenlit a second season. Yes, which is good.
Okay.
Which is a really terrible fucking...
I loved how it just left it so unexplained, and then Chucky's just like, now word from her sponsors or whatever.
It was actually kind of cute. I don't know.
Like, I legitimately feel bad for Nika's character, because she literally did not ask for any of this, and then, like, torturing this poor girl. They cut her fucking legs and her arms off, and I'm like, you can have prosthetics, but she's
basically just like this amputee sex slave now.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is she gonna do with her? Like, if they give her prosthetic hands, what is she gonna do? Like, you ever seen people walk with prosthetic legs and hands? Like, there's people that pull it off. Yeah, they pull it off, but I mean, like, what is her character gonna do? She can't even brush her fucking teeth.
She should meet up with Lieutenant Dan and try to figure out how to do it. You know?
What did you guys think of the Chucky's origin throughout the series?
What do you mean? Like
when they showed him as a child and he killed his mom instead of
helping
hide her and stuff like that, and him being a young teenager.
It was cool because we don't know anything about him until now.
I liked it a lot. Yeah, I think they gave a little hint of his, because with Curse of Chucky they try to make Chucky like really dark again, and they showed him why he was chasing women or something. Like I don't remember it really that well, but they put him in this makeup and they tried to make him look 30 years younger and it was not working. So I thought that was interesting. I wasn't really like that invested in his past. I'm like, this is what I watched Chucky because he didn't act like...
basically just this party sex monster that likes killing people.
Yeah,
and that's pretty cool.
And sometimes his backstory felt relevant and interesting, and then sometimes it was like, wait, why are we flashing back to like the 80s for no reason, just to see?
I think that was just for fans of the Chuckies and shit, to see their relationship, because we didn't see it in Bride of Chucky,
right?
Which is weird because like. I really don't give a fuck. Like, Chucky didn't, like, I don't know, whatever. It seems like Charles Lee Ray didn't talk like Chucky. Do you know what I mean? His character, from the brief parts that we saw him in the original film, and now he's like kind of crazy because I guess he's lost his mind being a doll. But I think overall, I think it works as a show, and I think that it feels like an extended movie of a child's, at least an entertaining one, like more Bride of Chucky than fucking Cult or whatever of Chucky.
Yeah.
Are they going to keep following these characters?
I hope not. I hope they go somewhere else, because obviously they. Thanks for bringing that up, because I completely forgot. Is that they brought back Alex Vincent and Christina Lis as Andy and Kyle. Kyle was a proto Pink before Pink was around. I always thought she looked like Pink when I was young. Whenever I saw Pink, I would think of her. That sounds strange to say that. So Andy Barclay is now grown. Thank you, Danny, for appreciating that. So Andy Barclay is now grown up, and they make fun of his height, size. He's all right. He's an okay actor.
He's the same actor, right?
Yeah, he's the same actor. He's all right. Good. He's fine. I liked him that
he did the job.
He did the job that he was given, which was like a pissed off guy with his friend Kyle.
I'd be pissed off too if
So was Kyle a big like LGBT character in the series? I assume maybe now that I'm thinking about it in hindsight, maybe because she was sort of they gave her like this sort of tomboy look, and she wasn't. She
was like a badass. She was like a badass foster sister.
Yeah, I liked her a lot, and I was always pissed that I didn't see her in any of the fucking sequels. You know what I mean? That was weird because I liked her character a lot, and she was somebody that actually survived.
But now there's like it leaves it off now that there's like a million fucking Chucky dolls and a Tiffany doll.
Does anybody know how that worked? Like, I understand that at Curse of Chucky he was able to possess dolls, like multiple dolls. But in this, why did they need to make other killers? Why did
I
Chucky?
don't know. I'm guessing it was part of like. But it's weird that they would exposition dump for some things and then just like leave other things like ooh loosey goosey. But I think it's like it must just be another ritual, and to make all of those dolls inhabited by him, he had to have an innocent kill someone.
Stuff?
Like I like the idea that Chucky's able to control other dolls. Like he's able to make more dolls so that we can kind of make.
It's basically a Horcrux scenario, right?
Right. Yeah.
Kind of.
The Horcruxes are limited. This one isn't.
This is unlimited. It feels like.
Maybe it's but
it's also restricted to just the dolls for some reason.
And the thing is that's good.
They have to look the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's sometimes where there's absolute cheapness involved with the show, but then absolute like really good stuff. Like when Chucky attacks Lexi at her house party, and the room is on fire, and he's like about to kill her. Like I thought that was like incredible, especially with the music playing.
It looked good.
It looked. I was like, "Fuck, man! They must have spent the budget just on this one scene."
And when he was melted,
it looked great.
He looked cool.
Yeah, that was great.
So I mean, like they actually killed like young character. Well, they killed maybe two. I will
say my least favorite part of the show is the soundtrack because I don't like whatever the music was they kept playing.
Right.
I can't honestly even remember.
I can't even remember.
Some like pop girl. Like I don't know who it was.
I don't remember any of that shit.
Fair enough.
I like the music that they played when the house was on fire.
Very dramatic girl music. Like I'm not sure what.
What are things that did you like, Nick? The main character, Jess. What the hell is that character's name? Jake. Sorry. Did you guys like Jake?
He has classic like teenage overactor things where his face like is always screwed up, like he smells something bad. But
maybe he does.
Do
you know that teenagers give off more body odor because of their hormones?
I assume
himself.
Your body like starts going crazy, so I'm sure of it.
So he was just constantly a stinky boy.
You get weird hair in places. All kinds of things happen.
We're learning about puberty here.
I get what you're saying because like Jake is a pretty tough character to make. I don't know, because I didn't think he was unlikable. No. Because he goes and sets off this fucking Chucky doll. He pretty much sets this problem up from the beginning. And also, what I understand is that Chucky, the first couple movies,
it would have gone off anyway.
What I understand is like Chucky is like, you gotta kill Lexi, and then he doesn't do it, and then Chucky just stays at his house. Like, if this was a Chucky movie, he would have fucking ran over to Lexi's house and killed her like right then. Like, why is he waiting for Jake?
Because I guess the point is, we didn't have that piece of information. So at first it was like, why isn't he just doing it? But I guess it is that he has to have an innocent kill to make the ritual possible or something. Right?
That sounds like a bunch of horse shit, but I guess
that's the way he's able to like replicate his soul so many times.
I thought Devin was fine. He's a little sort of boring of a character. He's very sleepy. He's supposed to be, I guess, the not a Mary Sue, but like the damsel in distress role, I guess.
He's the love interest. They're never. They're often uncomplicated.
I liked him though. I liked him.
He was sweet.
He was like a little kid. He reminded me of this.
I was hoping
little guy.
I was hoping his podcast would come into play more, kind of.
Yeah, right.
Because it felt like they set that up, and then it was like just in the background.
I mean, like these people's family and all these people are dying, and it seems like nobody's doing shit. It seems like there was only one cop in the show, which was his mom, and she didn't do shit either.
I felt bad when the dad died, when Lexi's dad died. Because he was
he was the only nice character.
Family member there was, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I bet the mom said, like, don't kill me or they'll take the daughter off this show. I hope they don't follow Jake, Lexi, and I don't give. I'm like their storyline's kind of done here. I don't really care.
I mean, if they do, that would be kind of okay with me. But
yeah, but what are they?
I would be fine
follow,
either way. I think
because the way that the series ends with, it's obviously they're not gonna make fucking Andy the main character of a series because he's not like the greatest of actors.
How is Good Guy still making these dolls? I mean, haven't they caused enough controversy?
Danny, if you heard on the news like an iPhone walked around and started zapping people and killing, you wouldn't believe it, right? Like you'd be like, nah, this is bullshit.
If I heard it like 400 times, I would believe it.
But there's no logical idea of thinking that a fucking phone.
They just apply it to people, though, right? They're just like, oh, this person killed all these people.
Yeah, but now there's a movie theater worth of people that all saw it.
But they
didn't. He was under the chair.
He was under the chair.
He was stabbing.
Come on, they have eyes. Somebody saw it.
Apparently, if you get stabbed,
like, a small child.
Apparently, if you get stabbed in the ass, you bleed out of your mouth. So.
And they have the kid. They have Junior to blame. So like they'll probably just blame Junior.
That's right. Yeah, I think you're too smart for the writers because I don't think they would have thought that. They probably think, oh, massive.
I don't think you could blame Junior. Junior didn't go around stab people up the ass with a knife.
Why not?
They never saw it. They might think it happened.
Or they could think it was a combination of like Junior and the little girl.
That was my favorite part of the episode is when Chucky's watching Frankenstein and then Frankenstein throws the little girl into the water and he starts laughing. Like it was like out of Cape Fear. Was there something that was like funny, unbelievably bad for you in the series, like that you were like, oof, like I can't stand this?
Danny?
Wait, you didn't even say you went.
Because I'm thinking.
You, Danny, go first.
Okay. So your answer was for me. There's a lot of writing plot holes and shit, but I mean, hopefully they'll get filled in the second season. That's all.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it seems like they're pretty easy plot holes to fix. But I guess in a horror series, when people are getting killed left and right, like I'm trying to think, like Scream, the television series, kind of handled it okay. Because it kind of felt like everything was going on like pretty fast.
I'm just viewing this as like popcorn, you know? Like,
I mean, you have to delay like you have to like suspend your disbelief. You have to because there is just too much ridiculousness going on.
Did you guys have any favorite kills in the series? I think the maid on the dishwashing was pretty good. Like it was graphic.
Yeah, you said yours was the decapitation.
I love the head because I knew the song. So like as soon as they were playing "Heads Will Roll" and she was like, "And come out, our principal," I was like, her head's gonna roll out.
I actually did like the way that Jake killed Chucky in this by choking him to death and his eyeballs popped out, which showed some sort of real like aggression that I think Devin should watch out for.
I was like, maybe not the best thing to do in front of your prospective romantic partner, but sure.
Yeah. So I think all in all,
it shows you can protect. It's good.
I think the kids are likable, but I think that they're not tethered to this reality as in emotion-wise. Maybe Lexi is probably the most realistic as in her reactions to shit. Because when fucking Junior goes over to the dark side, like, they told him. Like, Lexi said, listen, this fucking doll is alive and killing people. And then he's like, bullshit. And then his mom is killed, right? So he's pissed off, and now he has to deal with his dad who's always like forcing him to run or whatever the fuck he does. Then Chucky's like in his room telling him, hey, let's kill these people. And he goes, oh, okay. I'm like, what? They just told you this motherfucker's killing people. Like, why would you have a doll? Unless he thought that he was having a split reality, but I don't think a teenage kid is going to be like,
you know what I really love? I love the perspective of Chucky as he's being used to bludgeon the dad, and you see his face like, wow.
That was pretty
that was great.
And why didn't Lexi, Jake, and Devin come up to him and be like, listen, Chucky killed your fucking mom, dude. That's what happened, because they just killed Devin's mom, you know?
They didn't know.
Yeah,
no, but they did.
She was the only one that was like pretty ambiguous. Like nobody saw him do it.
Yeah, I guess that because her illness.
But didn't Jake straight up say your mom didn't kill herself?
Oh,
Charlie, stop making noise here. I'm with a dog named Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
But
Hi, Charlie.
I think in the long run, I think this is sort of par for course with a Child's Play series. Like you're expecting it to be not the greatest writing in history.
Are you looking forward to the sequel?
But it is fun.
I'm looking forward to a second season. You know, like we had a big fuck up when they canceled Evil Dead. I really enjoyed
Yeah.
where it was going, but you can't have what you love, I guess, apparently.
I think it was. I think it ended fine.
And I think for this, as a completion for a series, Evil Dead ended up pretty well.
I felt very sad, actually.
And now there'll be a new fucking Evil Dead movie that takes place in the city with 2 girls as the lead. I'm sure it's going to be as great as the reboot that came out that people love.
Wait, what?
I don't love.
There's a new movie called Evil Dead Rise coming out, and it's
Yeah.
about 2 friends, these 2 women that are in a high-rise apartment, and then the Deadites attack the apartment. It's just basically a fucking zombie movie. That's all it's going to be. But with them going... Like that's what
demons. There's a big distinction, please.
Right, I know, but it's
But they play it the same.
Right, that's what I say when Danny's like trying to correct me on 28 Days Later. I'm like, it's a fucking zombie. It's infected monsters trying to kill you. You get infected. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's what a genre movie is. But it's like it's them gonna be in a high rise and
how dare you.
it's like people loved the last Evil Dead reboot. With I think the girl Ash.
Fede Alvarez. Yeah.
Yeah, Fede Alvarez movie, and it's just like you need the wackiness.
Was
like
okay.
as a film itself, Evil Dead needs that patent weirdness to it. It's not just like a series.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna make it scary again, like the first movie. It's like people don't remember the first movie. They like Evil Dead too.
Let's rate this thing, and then
All right, so as a whole, any final words on you guys with Chucky and like what you thought where the show can go and where do you think it's gonna go? Because I don't think they killed Kyle, obviously. Although the explosion said that there was fatalities, they don't go into it, which is weird.
I don't think she died.
But
if they sum it up in the second season, I'm happy. If they don't, I'm gonna be a little annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
I think so too. I don't care about the main characters coming back. If they break into a whole new thing, then I'll be fine with that because now they have a van full of Chuckies and Tiffany and Andy going somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So, Thea, what rating would you give Chucky 2021, the series?
I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Basically, we're making Horcruxes, but with Chucky dolls, and that's pretty fun.
I was laughing that in the series, like I was watching it on, because I couldn't watch it live. I would watch it when they had on-demand stuff like that. He could say fuck, they'd say shit, bitch, whatever else. But there's a part where Chucky calls Lexi the C word, and they bleeped that out. And I was like, what? Like, I was like, is that word that
really?
bad? But I guess maybe it's because it's a kid he's telling. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe.
They completely bleeped it out.
Are we talking about the word cool?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would give this series a solid 7.5 to 8, 7.5 out of 10. Convincing your athlete boyfriend that the power of this is a child I'm talking about. The power of being a great girlfriend is much better than killing.
Jesus Christ.
The girlfriend. Danny, what rating would you give Chucky 2021?
I will also give this a 7.5 out of 10. You have 2 twin brothers, and one is successful, and one is an alcoholic. But then you see that with the loss of his wife, the other one is prone to alcoholism as well, which raises the question: is it genetic?
That sounds like a sitcom to me. So
Dun,
with that,
dun.
Thea, what's the final word?
Ferrero Rocher.
Danny, what's the final word?
Baby Julie.
What the fuck is that about? Danny's reading a milk carton with a missing child on it.
The HorrorDeconstruction.